What's up and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you how to do makeup for beginners. I know some people can find makeup very overwhelming, especially when you see these hectic, colorful makeup looks, and some people can do some seriously incredible things when it comes to makeup. But sometimes you just want to know how to do the simplest and easiest makeup. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. If you clicked on this video, thank you so much for watching, and please hit that little subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do, and you don't have to do this, but I find that this is the easiest way for me to do my makeup and make sure that it's blended everywhere around the edges, is I put on a little headband. This is a headband from Glove, and you can even, this is actually a bandana that I just like rolled up. I even use that sometimes, but today I'm going to use my little Glove bandana thing just to get all those little hairs out of the way. So when it comes to doing your makeup, the first step that you want to do is primer. I have two different primers that I own. This is the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is quite hydrating, and then this is also a hydrating primer. This is the Smashbox Photofinish Primerizer. It's a primer and a moisturizer in one. This is a very good primer. This has been very good to me. I think this is my third bottle. If you have dry skin like me, I would suggest a hydrating primer. I'm going to use my Smashbox primer. I usually put a generous amount of this on because of my dry skin. Something that I also want to tell you guys about, and you don't have to do this step as well, it's just if you want to know about it, is putting on a setting spray. So MAC Fix Plus is probably like one of the best sprays that you can put on your face before putting on your makeup. And then this is also the Switch Beauty #superhero gloss skin edition spray. They also have a setting spray, which is really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first spray on my face, and then you're just going to let that dry down, and then I'm just going to take this Maybelline strobing stick. This is in the shade Light Iridescent, and I'm just going to put it on the high points of my cheeks and just the places where I want to look a little bit more glowy. And then I'm just going to take this flat top blending brush. This is a stippling brush by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to tap that into the skin and just blend it out so that it creates like a nice glow. Next is foundation. There are so many mistakes that you can make with foundation, but there are also lots of ways that you can ensure that you don't make those mistakes. When it comes to foundation, you get foundation for dry skin, you get foundation for oily skin, for combination to normal skin. You just have to see what works for you. So oily skin, you will get more mattifying foundations. Hydrating, you will get the ones that are a little bit wetter, a little bit more creamier. I have all sorts of different foundations. If you want a nice mattifying foundation, I would suggest the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. So I don't always like to use it, but I do like to use it just to have a bit of a change. If you want a inexpensive foundation, I would suggest the Revlon Color Stay foundation. This is for normal to dry skin. I really do like it. I really do enjoy it. And I think this looks so nice. It blends out so easily. It is a must to have in your makeup kit. The foundation that I'm going to go in with today is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation up to 24-hour wear. And it looks like this. And I have the shade 30NN. It is a tiny bit dark for me, but it's okay, like I make it work. And the different ways that you can apply foundation is either with a brush, like a flat top brush. This is a Expert Face brush by Real Techniques, and this is a little beauty blender that I bought overseas. And this is a sponge. Now sponges can work so well, but some foundations don't work with sponges, some foundations don't work with brushes. You just have to see what works. But anyways, so when you want to apply your foundation, you want to make sure that you apply it everywhere and you blend. Please blend. And especially over here and like up here, you need to blend. I know you don't want to put it in your hair, but sometimes a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. So depending on the foundation that you're using and how much you need, you can put as many pumps as you want. A lot of foundations are actually very buildable. When you put the foundation on, you know, sometimes you literally only need one pump and it covers like half of your face. Some of them you need 2 pumps to build up some more coverage. But what I really like about this foundation is it dries almost like skin. Like, I absolutely love the finish of this foundation. Now that my foundation is all blended in, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with concealer. Now, concealer can be used in different ways. It can be used to brighten, it can be used to just cover your dark under eye circles or cover up any acne that you have. But for me, it's more my dark under eye circles that need to be covered, and I'm just using the Makeup Revolution concealer, and again, like, to your preference. So this is like a more hydrating concealer. Some people want a more drying one, more matte. So with the brush, I'm just blending the concealer in, and make sure that you are blending down as well. You don't want the concealer to just sit in one little area. So I'm going to show you guys a way that you can do your makeup quickly and it'll still look beautiful and put together, and you can achieve that by using cream products. So this is a cream bronzer by Huda Beauty, and this is a blush stick from LA Girl. I'm going to show you guys how I use these products together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this round concealer brush, and I'm just going to dip the brush into the product, and I'm just going to draw a line from the top of my ear going downwards, but I'm not bringing it like all the way down to here. I'm just bringing it like halfway. So like that. And then I just take the brush that I was using or the sponge, and there you go. There's your little contour, and I'm just going to put it at the top here as well, just to add a bit more definition. I find that this cream bronzer actually blends out the best with a brush, and then I'm also going to do the other side. What I like to do is I also like to put it a little bit higher than my actual like hollow area over here, just because I feel like it gives me more of a facelift. Okay, moving on to blush. I'm going to be using this blush stick by LA Girl, and this is in the shade Velour. What I do is I just take the brush and I just get some product on there, and then just lightly tap it in on my cheeks. This is actually a trick that I learned from Emrata. The next thing that you're going to do is you are going to get your translucent powder. This is basically just to set your face, make sure it stays on all day. So this is my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I use this all the time. It's the only translucent powder I have because it's the only one that works for me. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some baking. I'm going to put it under my eyes so that that all sets in place. And then I'm also putting it down here under that contour. And while that is all baking at 200 degrees, I am going to move on to eyebrows. This is one of the methods that I use, and I find that it looks the most natural on me. So what you're going to do first is you're just going to brush your brow hairs with a little spoolie. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Benefit 3D Brow Tones in the shade number 4. And I'm going to use that gel to brush through the hairs. And what this does is it literally just colors the hair for you, and I want to say it creates almost like a path for you to like follow when you fill in your brows. And then what I do is I go in with my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 3. And I just fill in those areas where it just needs a bit of help. And what I do is I just go with the spoolie every time, just so that I can see the shape of the hairs and which way they're going. And then if you want, you can also just go in with some brow gel. I'm going to go in with the Benefit Ready Set Brow Clear Gel. Brush it through the hairs just to set it all into place. Make sure they don't go anywhere. And now what you're going to do is you're going to dust away all that powder. So as I'm dusting it away, I'm like pressing it in and then flicking. So press and flick. And now we're going to move on to eyes. When it comes to eyes, you can have an eyeshadow base. So I have this Urban Decay long lasting eyeshadow base. This is the original one. And then I also have my Holy Grail P.Louise base in the shade Rumor 1. I'm going to use this. And you don't have to use an eyeshadow base. You can literally just put some concealer, put some powder, and start doing your makeup. Just putting a tiny bit of this on. And I'm just going to take a concealer brush, flat concealer brush, and just blend all of that out. So I'm going to go in with my little Dior palette, and for any makeup beginner, I would suggest having one big fluffy brush like this, having another smaller fluffy brush, and then also having a brush like this to do any shimmers on your lid. And honestly, there are so many different brushes. I mean, I have a lot of different eyeshadow brushes. MAC has really good brushes, Sigma has really good brushes, Morphe obviously started out doing brushes and their brushes are really good. What I'm going to do is I'm really going to show such a simple makeup look to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into this shade and this one at the top here, and I'm going to mix them together. I always just tap a bit off. I'm going to tilt my head back and start blending it in the crease of my eye. Once I've blended all of that in my crease, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on my lid. And then I'm going to do the other eye as well. This look can honestly look pretty on anyone. So I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to go into those same shades, mixing them together. And I'm just going to run that under my eye. And bear in mind that you don't want to just put it on, like you want to really blend it out and you want to bring it as close to the lash line as you can. And you want to make sure that you are connecting that bottom eyeshadow to the top as well. I'm going to tell you guys about eyeliner. So for beginners, I would suggest a brown eyeliner and any smallish brush that you can get. So this one is absolutely tiny. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take an eyeliner pencil, and this is a MAC one. It's just a brown pencil. But what you're going to do is you're going to go as close to the lash line as you can, and you're going to create a thin line. You don't want to make it too thick. And then you're going to take this brush And you are literally going to smoke that out. Just like that. You see the difference? And I'm going to take that brown again, and I'm just going to put it on the outer corner of the bottom there, and then I'm going to take that little brush again and just smoke that out as close to the lash line as possible. And this is just going to create that gorgeous, like, smoky effect. You can even put the liner in your waterline, so in there, but I don't do it because my eyes are naturally just very dry, so it actually dries out my eyes when I put eyeliner in my waterline. That's why I never do it. Okay, next I'm going to show you guys how to do mascara. So the first thing that I would tell people to do is go buy an eyelash curler. So this is probably going to sound so daunting and so scary, but it's okay, don't worry. Eyelash curlers does what they are called. They curl your lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And you want to hold it there for like a good few seconds. Do you see the difference? Just like, oh, it looks so nice when you curl your lashes. Next is mascara. So I usually use the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This mascara gives you probably the most natural look when it comes to mascaras. See how beautiful that looks. Oh my gosh, this mascara is amazing. And then don't forget to put on your bottom lashes. Also gonna go in with this goldish shade. I'm going to use a little flat brush like this. I'm just gonna dip into that gold shade and just put it on my inner corner, just to brighten that up a little bit, just to make the eye pop. The highlighting shade that I'm going to use is this goldish one down here. I just want to let everybody know that the whiter highlighter is, the more of a white casting you're going to get on your cheeks here. So I'm going to be taking this Real Techniques brush. It's number 300, I don't know. And I'm just going to dip into that gold shade and just lightly dust it onto my cheeks. Oh, that looks pretty. Okay, and then we are going to move on to lips. The lip pencil that I'm going to use is MAC in Spice. Okay, and how I do my lip liner, it's nothing special. I'm not very good at overlining my lips, but all you're going to do is you're just going to follow the line of your lips. So I'm just going to follow that line. And then the lipstick that I'm going to use is I'm going to go in with MAC Pillow Talk. Looks like this. An important step if you want your makeup to last all day. This is the, I know it's small, you do get a bigger version. This is the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. So I'm just going to spray it and it's going to make your makeup last all day. And this is the final look. I hope you guys really learned something from my video. I hope it was helpful enough. If you have any other questions, please feel free to DM me and drop a comment down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'm so happy that I got to film because I haven't filmed in a while. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye.